Hey guys, this is Eric. Thank you for tuning in on today's devotional. As we're continuing our series on ways that we could practically live our Christian life, and we have chosen parts of our body to represent this, I wonder how many of you guys ever thought that your nose could be a part of your body that you could practically use to remind you to live in a way that is honoring to God. I certainly did it. In fact, when we were coming up with the series and I was assigned the nose, I just started laughing. I'm like, what does the Bible have to say about the nose? But interesting enough, there are some passages in the Bible that mentions the nose, whether it is the nose of God himself, or how God in the book of Genesis uses the nose as a way to bring life to people. Either way, it is interesting that the word nose is found in the Bible. Now, that being said, how do we go from there to apply in a practical way for a Christian living? Well, that's where I got thinking. You see, in Romans 12:1, this is what it says. It says, "I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship." Paul is writing this to the church in Romans, and he's reminding them, hey guys, make sure that your life is a living sacrifice. Now, this is a very interesting picture, because a sacrifice, when it's being done, is typically death. But a living sacrifice is one that is willing to sacrifice himself. It's one that is willing to go to a place of surrender. And so in a way, that what Paul is saying here is live your life in such a way that you are willing to surrender under the authority, under the mercy, under the control and power of God. Now, how does that have to do with our nose? Well, I was looking, and like I said, there are times in the Bible where the word nose is mentioned, and one of them is when after God's judged the earth with the flood, it says that the moment that Noah and his family were able to come out of the boat of the ark to the land, it says that Noah built an altar. And it says there that the altar that Noah made, it says that when God smelled it, it was pleasant to him. And that is when God is going to give them the covenant of like, hey, never again I will do this to judge the earth. Now, what is interesting to me is that imagery that you have here of God smelling the sacrifice of Noah and it's being pleasing to him. And now in Romans 12:1, you see how God is commanding us, or Paul is telling us to live a life that as a living sacrifice. So how do you connect the two? Well, with a simple question. If your life was to produce a smell, because your life is a sacrifice, what will be the smell that it will produce towards God? Will God be pleased by what you're producing, or would it be a smell that, kind of one of those smells that you just want to get rid of it? So it's a weird picture, but I hope that you guys enjoy it, and that it challenges you into making sure that your life gives a great aroma, kind of like this candle. I'm sure if you probably have one of these in your house that gives you a great aroma. I hope that you get from this devotional to live a life that produces such an aroma that is honoring to God, and that when others smell it, they can realize that, man, this person is producing something different. What is it? Where is that coming from? Thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you.